It's face palette time here on Not Fit for Print Beauty. I am literally this excited. This is not fake. I do love a good face palette. And today we're going to talk about a basic, a minimal face palette that has really captured my heart and soul. And it is the Mirage Shift Cream Cheek Palette from Samantha Ravindale's Auric brand. We're going to talk all about that today with me, Rebecca. I am a fashion and beauty editor who has worked for over 20 years in the trenches with some of the biggest names in the beauty, well, and fashion, but the beauty industry. I have interviewed these people. I have ghostwritten for these people, catalog descriptions. Yes, I have written it all, and now I have brought Not Fit for Print Beauty here to YouTube so that you have a sort of filmed live beauty magazine that you can look through every day or so here on YouTube. Okay, let's get started. I have been talking about my friends over at Rose Forever New York for some time now. If you have been with this channel for a while, and I've been on YouTube over 4 years now. I know how time flies when you're having fun. And you know that Rose Forever New York was one of the first brands that approached me, and they made at the time one of their beautiful Rose Forever bouquets for my set. Their Rose Forever bouquets are real roses. They are real roses that last a year. They say a year, I say actually more than a year, but I've been replacing them every year with new bouquets from this lovely, lovely brand. And I'm so excited to always promote all the new good things they have. And what they've got going now is an early Black Friday. Now, I don't have a code for this one. I have just my link down below in the description bar. So check that out. And that link will take you over to Rose Forever New York now through the end of November. They've got their early Black Friday now, all the way through the end of November. Plus, you guys, they have a new ceramic collection that you can peruse. I mean, wow. Now they're not even in a box anymore. You can actually have an arrangement in a ceramic vase. Really cool. Plus, they've got photo frames that are made with real roses. They're just so beautiful. Different flowers, different colors. You've got to check it out. And now through the end of November, you get those Black Friday sale prices. So do check them out. They are a very good brand with good people. And they took a chance on me very early. And I am grateful to them for that, which is why I still have these beautiful roses on my set to this day, and why I will always give them a lovely plug, because I do believe in the brand and the really pretty flowers. Plus, they stay pretty. They're Rebecca proof. That's how pretty they stay. Let me tell you, I do not have a green thumb, and they are Rebecca proof and real, and they smell absolutely lovely. So do check out Rose Forever New York and tell them I said hello. Okay, let's talk about Auric. So you guys know Samantha Ravindale, right? She is a beauty influencer. That's one of the original group of beauty influencers on YouTube and around. I mean, and she has made this brand Auric. And the interesting thing about it is it has become this really selective, really sophisticated brand. And we all remember the products she made originally, and people are I still hear from you guys how much you are a fan of the Eye Sparkle and of the Glow Lust. I love it myself. Really curated, edited products. Small, independent, and interesting products. So here is what Auric has given us now. They have given us 3 versions of something called the Mirage Shift Cream Cheek Palette. I'm going to use it on eyes too, because there's no stopping me. It is $88. And now that seems steep, but let me explain what you get here. So there's 3 shades. I went ahead and purchased the Daybreak version of it, which actually is the lightest. I might actually be able to be the medium, but it was looking a little warm for me. I do well with warm palettes, so I'm probably going to pick it up, and I will ask you to let me know if you're interested in seeing that. It looked a little warm for my taste, but my taste isn't always what looks good on me. This one I thought was a nice kind of in-between. This is the Daybreak, and then there's Evening Time, which is an even deeper shade, depending upon your skin tone, of course. So you're going to go $88 for 4 shades, Rebecca. Well, let me talk to you about what this is. So we have this beautiful palette. The packaging is really pretty, and inside we have 4 different shades. We have a bronzer, a blush, a highlight, and what is called a balm. And what Auric sells separately that I didn't buy because I'm a cheapo, they sell an artistry mixing bundle for like, I think it's on sale now, isn't it? For $32. The idea behind this is that this is timeless and trend proof. So you can take these 4 shades and create anything you want out of them. So the brand encourages us to use a mixing palette, or in my case, I'm going to use the back of my hand. You can use whatever you want. And kind of, you know, either really work up some product and mix it on the palette, or even dig in there just a little bit and get some product to go ahead and mix. And we're going to play a lot with that today. First, I'm going to use each shade unadulterated on its own. Then we're going to have fun mixing them. I even have created a lip shade out of it. You can put it on eyes. I've done everything with it because to me, a face palette is wonderful when it pulls the whole face together. But you can even deepen the blush by mixing it with the bronzer. And this balm is really, really shiny. It's like a shiny version of a highlight. You can wear it on its own just to really make a shiny highlight. I put it over the lips today. You can mix it with any of these shades to make them kind of have a really dewy look to them. You can mix and match any of these. So for $88, you're getting technically 4 shades, but actually you're getting Imagination is the Limit in 3 different color stories depending on which one you choose. Let me just show you a little bit in here and then we'll take it outside. So in this Daybreak palette, which admittedly is the lightest, there's the 2 kind of swatched live. So as you can tell, when you mix them and work with them, you're going to get more color out of them, of course. And then I'll show you the highlight and the gloss. So the highlight is on this finger, the gloss is on this one. And remember, you're going to want to mix them. There they are, completely on their own. But as you mix them, you give them different life. And I'll just show you the way this looks outside in the warm California sunshine. So take a look at that. That's the Daybreak version of the new Auric face palette. It's really pretty. And then, like I said, as you mix it, you're going to give it more life, more variety, and more interest. And I now that I've played with this, I love a good face palette. I am now super interested in getting that medium one, which would be called High Noon. Makes sense. Noon, it's going to be warmer. I tend to shy away from really warm shades, but I look better in them. And now I found I'm using it on my lips, on my eyes, a true face palette, which makes me really excited. Plus, they don't test on animals. There is no discernible fragrance whatsoever. They are cream products, but they're very easy to work with and blend really easily from what I've discovered in this color story, the Daybreak. So a really pretty palette that I'm super eager to share with you. We're going to go now to the demo. I will put all the information below. I don't have any affiliate or nothing is affiliated with this, but I'll go ahead and put it there. And then anything else I will put either down below in the description bar or up here on the screen in YouTube shopping. Look down below as well, please, for information on how to join our Facebook group. Thank you to Helen who runs that over there. Plus, you can join our membership right here on YouTube. That one costs $4.99 a month, but all the money comes back into purchasing product here for review. And we have weekly lives that I lead, and we have a nice small little group and a lot of fun. So come join us over there and learn below how to join me also on Instagram, TikTok, and Threads, and how to give super thanks and all that good stuff. Make sure that you are subscribed, and let's get to the demo. Let's go. Long-time subscriber Veronica first told me about this palette because, yeah, I was so buried under a barrage of new releases that I had missed it. I was so excited because it's a face palette. You guys, you know, I make anything into a face. I'll take an eyeshadow quad and go like, I could use that as blush and highlighter. I am famous for it. But this one is actually a face palette that I'm also going to use on the eyes. If you don't, because I'm good. Okay, so let's go ahead and try it. I also have nothing on my lips because I want to put it on my lips too. And nothing you can do will stop me. So let's try that first. This isn't necessary. You know, it's really just pigment. And you are supposed to, I think I mentioned this, be able to kind of dig a little portion of it and then mix it. I'll do that on my hand because I'm super cheap and I didn't get the, you know, they sell, actually it might be a nice thing to pick up. But you can also get one elsewhere on Amazon. Just a little mixing plate. I always use the back of my hand, but it's probably, you know, a little classier to do it on a mixing. Huh? Look at that. That works, and that's just the blush. And if you recall, I am using the Daybreak color scheme. I think I'm actually going to take a little bit of the balm and put it on the lips because you can use this over to make it shinier. Probably needs maybe a liner. Ooh. It's not a lot of color, but it's pretty. And if I had a liner on, wouldn't that be nice? Okay, so I'm pleased with that. Right off the bat. Let's go ahead and let's just use some of the pigments just as they come. And then maybe we'll mix a few. And again, like I said, don't be afraid to get in there and just take a little bit of the pigment and really mash it. You can even use a plate, you guys. So I've got my very favorite Creme bronzer tool, which is the Charlotte Tilbury brush. It is my favorite. And I'm just going to kind of, this is the lightest palette. But, you know, I probably should have been the medium, but I didn't like how orange it went. Even though those shades do look good on me, I just kind of wanted to try it like this. Here's one side of the face. I mean, I can see, yeah, you can see the warmth it's adding without me having to be very precise. And also without it looking like, you know, giving myself a beard or something like that. You can see that on the sides of the face. And I'm kind of digging the lip shade. I mean, it's a little bit of nothing, but I like that. My lips are, I'm going to do the other side here. My lips are very pale. And especially right now, they're super dry because we had quite a few very windy days. And they get almost white. So for me, this is a good amount of color right now. And look at, I'm just even running this because it's a little bit light for me. That's okay. I'm kind of running it almost onto the cheeks. And I'm just deepening the look of my face in general and just making it look like I got a little bit of sun. And I like that. That is just dipping into the pigment. That's not mixing it. That's not changing it. That is not doing anything. That's just kind of using the pigment as it is, which I want to do first. Okay. And I brought over a few of my Merit #1 brushes because I love those with creams. And I got a ton of them. I've got an embarrassing amount of Merit #1 brushes. Okay, let's go into the blush here as it is. Okay, not mixing it yet. We'll play around. Ooh. Ooh, that's a kind of a flattering color. Not kind of, it is. Same color that's on the lips. And the reason I probably like a face palette, to be honest with you, is it's kind of foolproof in that it's always going to make your look very complete because it's always going to kind of draw itself together in a really nice way. You know, it's like having the right pair of shoes and bag with a dress. When it's wrong, you can't necessarily know, but you don't necessarily know, I should say, but the look doesn't really pull together with that certain je ne sais quoi. Okay. Again, just using the pigment straight, okay? And I'm going to use the same, no, actually I'll switch brushes only because I don't want to get pigment right now. I'd rather mix them on my hand than here. I can see that they're going to start getting mixed. I'm going to use the tip of this clean Merit #1 brush just to go into the highlight. We'll get into the balm in a minute and see what happens there. I think with the highlight, that's really pretty. Let's do a little bit more. I'm going to use my fingers for that. And just kind of tap, 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 tap. It is not lifting anything underneath, nor am I doing anything to my skin. I'm just kind of tapping it on. And we still have the balm that we can work with here. Okay, how about a little bit on the eyes? And then let's maybe mix a little bit too. Although I did put that real shiny balm on the lips already. Let's just get some of this, this is a Sonia G brush, into the crease. And again, I love a bronzer in the crease, and underneath the eye. Whether that bronzer is cream or powder, doesn't really matter to me. Okay. Isn't that pretty? And then same brush. Let's just go into that blush shade. Again, this is going to tie it all together. And it will give it a really nice put together look that's inexplicably put together, but it's because the cheeks and the eyes, and in this case, the lips, which I agree need a little bit of a lip liner, just kind of draws it all together. Okay. And if I were to go in again with that highlighter just right here, and right here, and maybe on the inside of the eye, switching brushes here. Okay, this is now no balm, nothing, just the pigments as they exist, and already, to me, that's an everyday look that's very pretty. Okay, let's experiment a little bit. So we can mix these all together. I'm gonna actually go in with a brush to just mix it a little bit. Like, what happens if I were to take a nice portion of this blush, and you know, you could do that with this palette, you could do this with anything you own. You could do it with powder, okay? But I like the fact that Samantha is encouraging us to do it. I could go ahead and mix that with the highlight, but I'm gonna mix it with the balm. You could do this here. You could do this on another palette. You could do it on your face. You could layer them. So what I have done right there is I've added a little bit of kind of a glass skin look over. I don't know if you can tell. I can definitely tell up close. Okay, let me mix a little bit more. I'll speed it up so you don't have to sit through it. Oh, I like this very much, you guys, because what I've done, I didn't make you sit through it, but what I have done is just kind of applied a little bit, like I said, of a glass skin look over it. I could have just used the balm, but I kind of incorporated the color. And I actually like it over a sheer base of the color without it being mixed first, but you can experiment. There's kind of endless combinations here. And again, I could be more aggressive and actually go under and just take up a little bit of an amount of it, so I have a nice kind of chunk of the actual pigment to mix a little bit better. You can even mix it and put it in a little container for yourself. And I think that's part of the plan with this as well. But I was just trying to keep it nice and pretty, not feel like I'm, you know, ruining it or anything like that. I am not going to put the balm on the eyes. I think it would be very editorial and pretty. But I think it'll end up, you know, an eye gloss. I love an eye gloss because I love a good gimmick. But the thing with eye gloss is it generally creases and has to be, it's a lot of upkeep, and that's not what I'm looking for here. So I really like that. And I could even, if I wanted to, okay, if I wanted to, I could take, here's a clean brush, and I could take a nice amount of this. See, I'm really getting in there to get a nice amount of this bronzer here. And then I can go in with the other side of the brush. I'm going into the gloss. And I can make even a glossy bronze that goes, you know, here, or I don't know, wherever. You know, you could, it helps you, you could even make it helps you just kind of make any color you want in the imagination. You know, where your imagination ends is where the possibilities end. That could make the blush deeper. And you could do this, look, you don't need to do this with just this palette, but I like the fact that this palette encourages it. And it's a very simple, minimalist palette, and yet the options are endless. And for me, with a face palette, this is something I love. Definitely I need a lip liner, because that whiteness that I have on my lips right now is perhaps drowning me out a little bit. What if I were to mix a little bit of, just real quickly, I'm going to mix a little bit of this bronzer and the pink. What would that do? Is that going to be horrible? Oh, no, I like it. See, now I have kind of an even more interesting tone to the lip. So just get creative with it. A beautiful palette. I think what I might do, because you know I love face palettes, I think I might, and I'll show it to you guys, purchase that medium one up, because it might be more my skin tone. It's very warm, so that put me off, but I tend to look better in it. So I think I'm going to actually pick that up, you guys, and then I'll be able to show you. This one is just kind of middle of the road, so I think I will pick that up. Let me know down below if you'd like to see it, if I do, or if I should just keep it for myself to use on the side. And also remember the cool products I showed you from Rose Forever New York. They're so beautiful, and they have all that new stuff in, especially with their early Black Friday. Ooh, good stuff out there. Hey, let me know what you picked up, and what have your thoughts been on this new Auric product Mirage shift. Did you pick it up? Did you pick up your Rose Forever stuff? And if you got a discount using my link or code, let me know, and let me know what you thought of it. I've heard such good reports from you guys. Let me know what you think about this as well, and if you want me to get the more medium shades, warmer shades, and let you know what I think and do a little follow-up. That could be fun as well. All right, I want to hear everything. I'm very community-based, as you guys know, so let me know. Make sure to like and share, and of course, make sure that you subscribe to this channel, as that is the greatest gift that you can give to me. And I look forward to seeing all of you in the next video. Bye-bye.